Hello and welcome to my channel. My name is Venitia and this is a timeless reading for you. So we are Sunday. I'm with my cup of coffee. I like it strong. I like it black, and I'm ready for, this exploration, this reading that I'm going to do with you. So I'm going to shuffle some decks. I'm preparing myself, and just the time to say, well, this is general reading, so it may not resonate 100%, and that's okay. You just take what resonates and you leave out the rest. We are going to start with this one. If you resonate with this reading, please leave a comment, like, share, subscribe, as this helps the channel. I'm not the only YouTuber out there, so this really helps with the algorithm. So the first card, well, the reader, okay, the one person asking actually the question here. So you are a man, and this is the end. So this could be about a man in the past or a woman. The energies can be reversed, but you had a strong relationship with that person and something ended. Okay, this person has ended a time of self-reflection, and now comes the reward. So the reward says all good things come to those who wait. So it's been a long time coming, but this person has been doing a lot of inner thinking, inner soul searching, and now this is the end of maybe a long wait. You might not have been in contact with that person for quite some time, and you thought this was the end. You were no contact, and you thought, I'm never going to have any news from that person again. This is over. It's over between us. But I sense that some stuff were not resolved between the two of you. Not that you are expecting anything, because that person, yes, we have the card player, so that person was maybe a player, third party, and it could have ended. We have the season of autumn, so yes, autumn and reward. You could have, a resolution, some kind of news, some kind of reward around the season of autumn. And we also have the card of gift. So this is with reward. Maybe that person has his or her birthday this time around of the year, whenever you're hearing this. Okay, this is a general timeless reading, but so this could be around his or her birthday, or maybe your birthday, but there is something like a gift. Also, that person realized that you were a gift in his life. Okay, and we have the card voyage. So this person could be from abroad, have some foreign origins, but also this person with the card, and something is handing here, and he's heading toward the next chapter of his life. So a lot of soul searching, and there is no coming back. And we have the death card, so definitely something handing here. I think that person had a long lots of sleepless nights, very dark thoughts when things were over. That person had a lot of anxiety. Could also be that you are very, this person, you sense this person, like mediumship. That person doesn't even have to talk to you. You know how that person actually feels. And this person was someone very depressed, and maybe this was even the reason of the breakup, because you could not take his or her pain anymore. That was just too long, too heavy to bear, and you were a person into the light. But this person wants you to know that now he is, with the key and the light and the message. He wants you to know that now he has done a lot of work, and he understands so much about himself, and that now he sees the light, and he recognized that you were a gift into his existence, and he feels the loss, and now he understands so many things, about why he lost you, because of meditation. He has been thinking about this quite a bit. It's been sitting on his thought for quite a bit, and now he wants to reach out one way or another. You could be a person that was light to this person who was the darkness, and you were much more spiritual and you wanted to help that person with your light, and that person was maybe not ready or maybe not putting the effort into it. And so you literally had to make a choice in order to keep that light, because that person needed to go further in his life, but he was not accepting your help. So we also have possibilities. So that person wants to reach out here and say, maybe the possibilities are that we could get in touch. So he's thinking about it, before going on to the next chapter. So I sense that there is some distance. So maybe that person is not a foreign origins, but maybe there is a long distance between the two of you. You have not been speaking for quite some times, and now he is tackling with the possibility to call you. So we are going to see more about his personality. So a tormented person, a lot of anxiety, a lot of repressed thoughts. So I think that person wants you to know that now with those two cards, he's still very much of a rebel, doesn't like authority too much. He likes to be his or her own boss, but now is in a much more peaceful time in his life. But I don't think that everything is resolved. That person is really on and off. It's like there are cycles all the time. One day or 1 month that person is doing okay, and then the next month that person is going back into that darkness. Okay, that person might have had some really tough moment in his life, and now he realizes that you were the light and the times with you were bliss, and he could be the best person with you, but he was not evolved enough to accept your help. And so yes, silence, a lots of repressed thought, a lot of things that should have been said a long time ago, maybe asking for forgiveness, but you are in no contact with that person for quite some time. And that person, I don't think everything is solved into his life right now. Okay, so his or her life, reverse the energy, whether if you need to. Okay, and we have the dream card, and we can see one person here dreaming about you. So that person here was really having the best of everything with you. You were like a dream, and this is what he wants you to know. Maybe that person also appears in your dream, or you appear in his dream, because there is like this contact that has always been there. And the dream card says, I dream about you, I miss you, things were abundant with you, I was a rich person with you because I had everything with you. And if I only understood that the present time, leaving the moment with you, was the best of my life. And now he wants to see if it is possible to go back at that. And I sense that for you, you are like, this is too late, this is an illusion, this is a dream that you have. And you are not bitter, but you are afraid to be hurt again by this person. So that person had a lot of power and had to learn how to control his emotion, his power, because he was crushing other people around with his power. His inner strength was not mastered at that time when you knew that person. And I want you to know that he's so much more in control. And yes, we have the partnership, so there is some sort of a hand. You were the helping hand, and now he wants to reach out and see if that dream can become true. He wants to reach out again and say, would you accept my hand? Would you accept me to come back? So this is partnership. when one is supporting one another. And here we have emotional retreat. This was a person who was a lot repressed with emotion, didn't know how to express it, had to go within in order to sort things out. And I also sense that emotional retreat could be you, because you were in such a storm with that person. You were literally exhausted. So this is rejuvenation, meditation. That person did quite a lot of thinking and realized that he was the source of the problem. He was overpowering. He was crushing other people with his authority, and he was hurting people around. And in order to have peace of mind, now he has to look at the past and recognize where he was wrong with that. And I think that this is something that he could feel very tormented with. He did a lot of thinking, a lot of meditation, maybe not meditation per se, but a lot of thinking, a lot of thought, reflection, a lot of reassessment. This was a person, and it is a person who has a good reputation. Outside, people think that this person has it all, and this person was very attracted to material signs of success. But someone who typically would be out there basking into the light, wanting to show that image of success, but whenever he was on his own, he was feeling very depleted with his energy, because he needs people to be cheering on him, and he wants material thing, and he wants the success. He has some kind of ambition, and he's more attracted to outside sign, not the inner sign. Well, you see here, people cheering on, this is success. So this person was very much attracted to that, and this is a hole that cannot be filled. You can have all the people, cheering you on. If inside you feel incomplete, you will feel incomplete forever. So now he feels that he's got all the kinds of things material, but he needs you. He needs you to have solid foundation, okay? And this is what you were for that person. Solid ground, solid foundation. He could build stuff with you, but he did not understand that at that time. And we have treachery, we have envy. So that person was probably not being quite honest with himself and even with you. And he could not understand how you could be such a supportive person, because you were not manipulating or anything. I sense that this person was actually manipulative. He wants to understand why people are acting this way or that way in order to have better control of them. And so you gave a lot to that person, maybe possibly even financially. You gave a lot of support, emotional support, financial support. But there is a huge burning desire here, a passion. So I think that this was a very passionate relationship, and you completely adored that person. And I sense that even though you might not be in contact with that person anymore, you sense where that person is in life right now. Possibly missing you, not having everything resolved, but thinking about you. So you sense that person. You might see that person in dream, and he might see you in dream as well. Because there was a lot of desire. That person wants you, that person desires you, that person missed your touch, and you were the one that was making him feel complete, even though he could not appreciate it at that time. Okay, so I'm going to put these aside a little bit, and we are going to see much further on. But that person is going now on to the next chapter of his life, and he wants certain things to be said before it is too late, before it's the end of everything. And I think that with Key and Light, those two cards, he understood some major components of his life, some major trigger, what made him, act this way. And I think that person is thinking, maybe I could hope for some forgiveness, but be careful, because that person has not resolved everything. It's still a work in progress. Okay, so let me give a good shuffle, and we are going to see further on. Please leave a message if this resonates. It always helps the channel. So we have Infortune and we have Love. There was a very deep karma with that relationship, but that person in general has a karma with love. It's very difficult for that person to be in love and to feel complete and to feel trusting the person, And we have change, we have again departure. That person is always like the wind, very changing. One day it goes very well with that person, and then the winds are changing, and all of a sudden there is a cycle that begins again, and not a very good one, There is also, he had a lot of luck, I think, on some aspects in his life. Probably financially, he knew how to use people, but emotionally, that person is a total wreck. And the problem is he's destroying a lot of people around him, because he's feeding out, he's taking all the energy of the people around him. But you are the person who is able to love, and he's not able to give or to receive. So we have the card Touch. That person longs to touch you, wants to reach out. He misses your touch. He misses your skin. He misses your presence in his life. He now realized the loving touch that you had in his life, and that was everything that changed, And we also have, bless. So I sense that you are the one who says, it's okay now, but I don't want to hear anymore. Bless your heart, it's okay. But that person wants to connect back to you, because this is the dream that he has, that he wants to get back into, but you are not going to be willing to play now anymore. I think that some part of you is like, enough, I have suffered enough with that. So we are going to see further on with this card. Let me see. And we have the Phoenix. Okay, so the inner strength. You have the strength to see things true. Now there is a lot at stake here. A lot of strength that you have gathered in order to change your life. Yes. Okay, let me see. It took all your strength to get your life back on track, to make it right. So, it took a lot of your strength. This is also the Phoenix rising from the ashes. So both of you went through the fire in order to, feel alive again. So could be the relationship that he hopes is rising back from the ashes, and he's going to put a lot of effort into it. So he thinks. Now, will you accept it? That's another question. But that person realizes now that he missed the whole thing. So let's see what the message is. My mind and my heart always come back to you. This person dreams about you, definitely. Can't forget you. It's always there. Your presence is always there. The grass was not greener on the other side. He thought he could do without you, but no. And now he knows. He went there, he tried to replace you possibly, but it was, I've never forgotten you, even though you think I have. This person has not forgotten about you. I'm in a much better headspace now. So, a lot of inner work, reassessment here. He wants you to know that I have changed and now I see things differently, and I want you to know that. I want to maybe have a forgiving from you. He knows that he has been very hurtful, and maybe before going on to the next chapter of his life, he wants to have some kind of blessing from you. And he says no other compares to you. So I think for this person, you really were the one. But this was a very karmic relationship, and it took a lot of your strength. So I sense that for some of you, this person wants to receive a sign of forgiveness so that he or she can go on with his life, but he misses your touch. So if this resonates, please leave a message, comment, like, subscribe. I would love to hear from you. Bless your heart. Bye for now. Thank you.